Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game and we are returning to Humankind. So, we've just landed a relatively large force here on this Aztec ground. We're now at peace against the Aztecs, but I think it is time to pillage the English. So, that's going to be a little bit exciting. Before we do that, I realized that I could, in some of our territories here that are not attached yet to a city, we can in fact buy some of the accesses here to some of the luxury or strategic resources. So in fact, let's try to do that, because I think some of them will be useful, especially, you know what, here, the industry, that is going to be a good thing. And up over here, everything is settled, so that's not too much of a concern. But yeah, we did want to get these two things there. We also should be thinking about whether we do want to advance to the next era. And I did a little bit of a test in between episodes, and I realized that I don't think the influence costs of attaching a city are going up at all. The costs for choosing a civic, they're going to go up a lot, but there's not much point in doing that. I don't think we are going to be civic focused here. We are warriors, and that is what we're going to do. So, which nation are we going to pick next? We are currently the Spanish, and they are pretty nice, but, well, one of the advantages here is the... oh, it doesn't actually show that. So one of the advantages is that we have a lot of capabilities in foreign lands. We do have nice units. We do have resource districts here that are not really that useful. I don't care about the face, to be honest, so we're going to go away from the Spanish. Now, we are on a militaristic sort of plunder everything view, so we could go for the militaristic societies. There's the Zulu, but the Zulu, honestly, are not what we're going for. They are very defensive here. You can see a lot more health regeneration, more combat strength on units starting in ally territory, yet more health and so on. So, really, I don't think this is worthwhile at all. The Zulu are not what we're going to go for. The other alternative that I was actually kind of interested in were the British. And the reason for the British is you're getting a little bit of money and science. That's not really that important. But you can also build the colonial office in things that are your vassals, basically. And that is interesting because that generates money for both you and them. And then we've got the redcoats here. And you can see these guys do regenerate health when outside your territory. But on the other hand, they're not too militaristic, so let's go for the last nation here, and I think this is very nice to be waging war against the English, and that is we're going to be playing as the Germans. Iron Ordnance does give us a bit of a benefit here from fighting in the sea and in the air. Reduction of unit costs is super useful right away for us right now. And then we've got the coking works, which do give us industry per population. Super good, especially as we've been building our cities pretty tall. So yeah, let's go ahead and use these guys.
Buildings reach higher and roads stretch longer. And yet, the world gets smaller as bridges unite lands. Towns congest, and railroads bring distant goods to the doorstep. Anything seems possible in this wondrous future. Though as humankind grows, the planet itself appears to shrink.
That is, of course, a bit optimistic because we are very much rooted in the current age still. You can see, even for things like patronage, we are very far away. Well, a little bit away from the industrial area still. So, yeah, we're not quite close to that. It's going to be alright. Coal could be kind of useful. Makers quarter reductions, nice. But I think really the interesting bits are mechanization and electricity. And let's start with mercantilism first. So that should be a-okay. Right, let's move everyone up, and we've got a city who doesn't know what to build yet. So yeah, I think coking works are a good thing to build. 53 industry, that's nice. How much would we be getting from this? 33, so that's a good 20 more. It does, of course, cost a little bit more. No, that's not actually true. It costs a little bit less. I don't know why, but that's what it is. So yeah, let's do build it. We do definitely have the stability to do so. We're going to build a couple of further ones of these in some of these other districts here. We could build one down there, plus 45. That doesn't seem too bad, does it? 36? No. 45 I think is a good idea, especially as it's also adjacent to that, so that does give us some bonuses too. What do we have here? 44. Yeah, that seems reasonable. And then up over here, we've got a 42. That seems okay. But that would cost us a bit of food. -5 actually. That's kind of significant. Why -5? No, sorry, just -3. Yeah. What have we got down here? +40. I think this might be slightly better because, well, it's adjacent to coal, so and it does allow us to build up this region a little bit more. Let's build it there. I think that's great. That is going to take a while to build, actually, but I think that's going to be all right. Then in Ashur, you guys are still building the university things, but let's actually check on the U as well. Yes, 71. 71 is pretty great. Let's build it. 69. Yeah, we are losing a lot more food here, but with all of these things, with all of these rivers feeding into that, I think that is a good placement. So that's going to be alright. And then we do have 2 choices here. Don't think it matters too much, to be honest. Let's place it here. Maybe that's going to be a good place for a merchant quarter at some place, at some point in time, maybe. Now, the big question is, are we going to build these things first? I think we are, because, again, more industry is going to allow us to build anything else faster, so it does spiral just a little bit better, and I think that's a good idea. Hatusha, you guys are currently building all of this stuff. Now, how would you look if we did place that? Well, over here again, that would cost us a lot of food. How are these other tiles? Well, there's a fairly decent one over here. Again, it's a lot of food that we're losing that way, but where else would we be placing it? 55. You know what? That seems a little bit better to me. So let's place it down here. And place one in this district too. There's not many places where it really does make a lot of sense to be building that. And it's pretty much irrespective of where we build it, it's +41, isn't it? Yeah, maybe a little bit more down here. But I don't want to lose the benefits from this too much, so probably honestly not. This one was a little bit reserved for commercial districts. There's a market quarter there already. We do have this research quarter. We could be building one over there too. Yeah, that's another research quarter there, so this would be a pretty good place here, wouldn't it? +19, yeah. But that does mean that the cooking works here, really. Yeah, let's place them there. It's an alright platform. Right, and then in this district up here, there's so much stuff. So that's 56, that's 57 minus food. Let's place it here, I think that's slightly better. And then lastly, plus, we're losing 7 food here. No. Let's place it here. Yeah, I think that's great. And again, we're gonna. I mean, the Alchemist Workshop. We have started building that already, so that is going to be right. But yeah, we are very much on an industrial spree here. You know what? Let's do it with the last things here too. Noptai, you guys here. Why not place that there? It's also going to give us a little bit more influence, so that is generally a useful thing. Right, let's replace it here. Why not? And then, what are you suggesting down here? Fair enough. Right, you're building that, that's okay. We're going to finish that too. And that is going to be more or less alright. Good. So, I was slightly worried about these guys down here. They're not really very proximate to us, and I think we do want to have that territory here. So, let's actually send out a couple of our guys down here into this territory and see whether we can do something with them there. We also want to claim this territory up here. There is a bit of this and that. Yeah, let's go here. There's the most industry to be gained there. There are some ruins here. Ruins are a little bit of a double-edged sword because clearing them allows you to work on these tiles, but having them remain in place does also grant some benefits. In particular, what you can get is... Oh, you guys should be... You know what? Do come back here. You're going to heal up there. You guys are fine to be moving on, so let's in fact send you this way here. You can cross these lands, even though... Ooh, look at that. Got a couple of spearmen here. You guys should be susceptible to spear attacks, shouldn't you? That would send you off, I think, in a different route. You could also be upgraded. You could also be attached to Knossos, which, by the way, should be building some cooking works. Although you're not really that benefiting from that much. But I think you will be as time progresses and you're building up population. I think you're going to be alright here. Well, that does leave the question, are we going to attack you? They've got slightly more combat capability than us, but I think we're going to come in with these guys here. So let's attack them, see whether they're going to take the fight, and if they are, we're going to bring in reinforcements, which should give us slightly better war support and stuff. We need to wait for them to confirm this battle, which they have done now, and that does allow us to come in into their rear and sort of trick them into battle that way. Right, we're going to end the deployment as such. They are right over here. Wait a minute, how come you are attacking here first? It should be us attacking. Well, that's going to be alright still, but you're doing weird riding things there, but okay, fine. Let's start by attacking you. That did not really finish them off, but we can finish them off this way, I think. And then let's come here and deal with them that way. There we go, fantastic, I like it. Nice. Did we gain some money from that? No, nothing at all, but still, we did manage to kill them off, and that does mean that your war support is shrinking here, and we're actually gonna demand payment here. They're not gonna go into that, but it's gonna be alright. But yeah, we just need to bring up our war support over time, and that's gonna be okay. Right, let's move you back into the city here. You guys... Yeah, we are a little bit on the weak side here, so I think we probably just want to... Well, we've got these Babylonians here, but they've got pikemen and other things, so... Probably they are a little bit too strong for us at the moment. So let's try to come back into our territory here. Heal up, and that should be okay. Right, and then you guys, you are going to advance onto the Babylonians, onto the Babylonian positions up here in the north. Just look at how far these guys can move. That is fantastic. And we can actually move out of this territory here. That's lovely. Can be done as this army is currently trespassing. Fine, we're going to go there then. And you guys are going to try to find their trading notes of the English. There is something over here, but I'm not entirely sure what that is. Right, let's try to explore some more territory here with you guys. Ah, you are currently considered to be trespassing. That's okay. We can still try to come through this way. We can still try to come through this way. Come on, just do it. Right, and then you... Do we want to heal you up? I think we can't come here anyway, so let's actually come down here and support this push there in the south. And that's gonna be alright. You guys try to explore there. You are a cock, right? You are skilled navigator, yeah. So you're slowly losing health here. Where are we going to move you to get rid of that? Let's move you into there. I think that might be a good exploring thing to do. You guys, whatever. Right, and you're the Carrack, so you should be okay anyway. Let's move you up here. Get good vision on whatever is going on here. You guys are going to come down here and slowly make your way across to the Babylonians. And you guys can just come up here immediately. Can we attack them? So we've got a single regiment of longbows here. This army is currently trespassing. Okay, so you can't attack. You can attack. Well, they've withdrawn, so that's nice. So, how are you guys looking now? Their war support is going down. Were you at... That's curious.
There is a penalty to be paid. Worse still, should you...
Let's issue some demands here for our war support to go up. And end the turn. Good, 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 good. Okay, so our troops are coming into position here, slowly but surely. The Mayans have become the... Mayans, I think? Who are you? Yeah, you're the pink dudes, aren't you? So you're now the Haudenosaunee.
Let us speak on.
However that is truly pronounced. Right, we do have a fight here. With the Ostrogoths. Well, isn't that interesting? So you've got a lot of spearmen. Ah, that's not good. And a lot of horsemen. Yeah, we're still going to enter into a manual battle here. Most of our guys seem to be doing fine. I'm not sure where they're going to come from, but here seems a likely place. I suppose I don't want to really be here because they're going to attack down the hill. They're going to have some people here. And that again makes this guy susceptible to attacks here from this higher ground. I think this way sort of minimizes our exposure, so let's end the deployment here. A lot of these guys are going to move into here, but as you can see we're basically slaughtering them as they're coming in from lower ground. That's lovely. Well, right, let's finish them off. Nice. That's a good victory there. Just 4 units killed right away. One of our guys here, this guy, was a little bit beaten up, but not too badly actually, so yeah, I suppose that's fine. You have got some exploitation there on the die. But yeah, I think we're going to start the siege here. We're going to maintain that because of course we can't attack these guys. That's still going to be alright. Ooh, and we do have another battle up here. This time it's the Mongols. With a weird combination of units. Well, we are going to take battle. And we're going to bring our forces here around there. They're going to flank us, I suppose. But we're going to end the deployment. They're going to come in. They're going to attack us in the flank, yeah, as they would. Ooh, this guy has been almost beaten up. And that does allow us again to bring in... Oh, come on. Why can't I bring you in? Because this is enemy terrain? Oh yeah, that is what it is. I thought you would be able to participate. Okay, yeah, you can. That's good then. Right, first one. Second one's going to be a little bit more tricky, but because these guys they do have an advantage against horsemen. But that's still going to be alright. Ouch! That was a hard move there. Right, let's bring you down here and attack up the hill, but still into their rear. Nice, there we go. Minus 12, that's alright. Nice and good victory here. You guys do need to make your way back into the city, but that's going to be cool. And then we've got industrial production. Now that's interesting. Farmer slots on farmers' quarters or trader slots on market quarters. You guys know I would love privatized industries here. Although money on the outpost doesn't really give us as much as money on the city, industry on the city. But I suppose that's alright. We're building the coking works here, that's cool. And then we are slowly but surely going to advance onto the Babylonians. Now the question is, what are we going to do with them? Are we going to simply subdue them? Are we going to grab a city here? I think the city of Babylon might be kind of nice. There's silk, there is silver, which is good. Horses and iron are not too bad either. And gemstones aren't too bad either too. So I suppose if we were to more or less simply lay siege to them, I think that would be good. So let's move up here. We also would be getting a wonder, which obviously would be kind of nice. Right, one of you is a little bit beaten up, but everyone else is fine. So let us declare war on the English.
With the proposition. Let
Their
us
war
see
support
what's
is pretty high. We'll also be getting the traitor badge, which I think actually does give us a little bit more combat capability. We could actually assault right away. What have they got then? They've got the reinforcements dudes and just a single unit of swordsmen. The only disadvantage is here we are a little bit... Our placement options are not too great. We basically need to envelop them slowly. But we do have a lot of reinforcements. So you know what? We're actually going to go into a manual battle here right away. And the deployment as such, that's going to be okay. Why do they have the first shot here? Why? Also, notice their longbowmen attacking us across here. And basically all of their dudes suiciding. Wow. I really don't know why they had the first shot, but they did. But let's send you into the city. We are gonna take the shot here against the swordsman. That should finish them off, actually. Then we need to actually take this unit. Can take you over here. Can't shoot there, but then we can bring in reinforcements. And you can walk so incredibly far here. Oh, and you can shoot them there. Nice and lovely. Yeah, Conquistadors. Really nice and good victory here. Love it. I love it. Got a couple of dudes here. Can we send in, let's say, you guys? No, we can't. You've moved. How about we send in you guys? Let's try it. They might try to bring in reinforcements. That would be kind of okay. Oh, there's Notre Dame down here. Oh, they have more units than I anticipated. Including some arquebusiers. Yeah, okay, can't be helped now. What does need to happen though is that you guys are starting a little bit here to the rear. So that we can actually use our non-adjacent bonuses. Ooh, and we can bring in reinforcements. That's lovely. Well, how about we start out with some Gothic cavalry here, which should be able to flank you. Okay, let's start with this. We're going to do this too, even though you're going to lose a little bit there. Okay, and then move you here, so that both of you get a nice rear hitting advantage. Go on. There you go. Just needed to run the animation. Let's run over here. Okay, they are on this tile there. Almost wiping them out. Or indeed, actually, we are wiping them out. Yeah, that attack was a bit harsh, but I suppose we can come into their rear and finish them off. There we go. Very nice. Did do a lot of damage on our units, but it still pretty much reduces their wall support, so that is cool. What do you guys want, basically, by the way?
How can I help you?
Can we trade with you? No, we do not have a trade agreement. You're sullen anyway. But we had peace. Okay, fine. We've got some troops on their side here, including a longbowman there. Let's bring our units back into this terrain. Okay, we did drive off the longbowman, that's good. Lots of trade routes destroyed. Yeah, we were buying a lot of stuff there. But I think most of our cities here should still be fine in their stability. Yeah, they are, so that's good. What are you doing? Just get over there. Just try to make your way over there any way possible. You guys, Knossos. Knossos doesn't really have enough space here, but honestly these guys are kind of meh. So we're going to disband them. Mostly so that they are joining this city and they long term will provide some more industry here. I think that's going to be pretty alright. Good, that's good, cool. We are still besieging them here. We don't have any reinforcements or anything that could be coming in useful there, but that's going to be alright. You guys are establishing this foothold down here. That's cool. And then you guys can come there next turn. That's cool. Alright. And you guys probably want to stay here against some incursions, but also I think we would like to move up here. Support all of these battles there. Right, and then there's just a little bit more exploration to be done down here. You know what? I think I'm going to set you to auto-explore to get rid of some of the problems here. The cog. Now the cog I think should try to make its way down here. Then we might upgrade it or something like that. Right, the Carrack on the other hand can still do some exploration up here. And then the other Carrack down here. Now yeah, they are building Notre Dame. Just providing a lot of faith. Really not the best for us. Now, could we burn down things down here? Can't be done without a trade route. Alright, alright. Well, then we're going to send the ship down over here and going to try to do things with them. Can we buy stuff? No, that's all alright. And this Carrack. Yeah, okay, let's start looking at the trade that they have down here. Big army group still here. Let's see where that goes. It might be trying to attack us down here. No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. Mutinous in Babylon, yeah, that's alright. We know that over time you guys are going to be alright. Right, so let's send you into the city. And the Temple of Artemis, you're providing more health, right? So... But we don't legally own it, is that it? I think it would be providing us with more faith regeneration. But look at this. This territory here counts as a separate one to the one that we have. So that does mean it's completely legitimate to try to burn it down. And that will actually be the first time that our conquistadors are going to burn something down. Notice, by the way, the amount of ruins that are over here. At some point that rider just needs to go in there. Right, and since we are close to Uruk here, I think we're going to start burning stuff down. You guys are going to stay here, but going to try to heal up. That's going to be alright. And then, ooh, there's another one over here. No, that's an administrative center. Just looked very funny. Okay, yeah, and let's move you up the road, I suppose. Lots and lots of units. Yeah, at some point we are going to set you to auto-explore. We just need to get out of this terrain here first, because otherwise it just doesn't want to do that. You guys, yeah, just come closer towards over here. Interesting setup here. But mostly we seem to be alright. I think we could start to make our advance up there, actually. Or try to burn down things that are down here. There might be yet another city. That might actually be a completely separate city, the way that I look at it now. I suppose we will need to come onto this river, so let's make our way there. You guys are alright. Let's set you to auto-explore then. You're gonna wait. And then this carrot. Can you burn this down? There's no trade route because you basically haven't found anyone else. Is that it? I think these guys have not found any enemies, so that means they don't currently use that in a way. Right, you guys... Didn't we find more stuff that could potentially be ransacked? No, I think not. Okay, let's bring you back over here. Have we bought everything from you that we can? No, evidently not. Let's do buy it. It's going to give us a little bit more production and a little bit more food. So that's lovely. Good. You guys, stay where you are. Ooh. More enemies there. Yeah, we're going to try to defeat you. Yeah, our war support is starting to normalize here, which is pretty nice. Let's bring it a little bit this way. You guys are part of this besieging process here, but that's okay, I suppose. Right, you guys are currently not healing, because you're in fact not within the enemy territory here. This over here is currently used by us, and potentially we want to continue to use it, so let's actually just come onto the river here, and then get our way there. Right, you've got this under your control, or we are starting to do so anyway. Let's try to grab this territory here as well. 10 industry, 15. 15 is probably going to be the best that we can do. Yeah, there's actually already another territory there. Yeah, let's get over here. By the way, I do find it a little bit funny that we're still using chariots, but it's fine. Good, there we go. End of the turn. Anything else then in particular that we want to do? I think we're just building up the coke works in pretty much all of our territories here. That is going to take a while. We do have some money to maybe accelerate it in some places. You know what, let's build the hamlet here. That's going to give us one more industrial person. And that should allow us to then get a little bit more food into the coking works. Yeah, I think that's fine. Coking works does depend on us getting a lot of access to other things too. We could attach this territory here already. We are going to need to wait for the dye. And we're going to need to wait for some reinforcements here, I think, before we can really get Ravenna. The Scythians are going to be a target at some point. But I think, other than that, who's interested in something over here? No, that's fine. Yeah, it's interesting that they are building Notre Dame. Over a research quarter, nonetheless. And that does lock us in for Notre Dame too. We could also think about some other things here. I think pretty much the per alliance things are not that great. The Eiffel Tower is pretty lovely though. +1 industry on all cities for every population. I mean, sure, that would be 46 more industry. That's like 10% more industry. That is great. That being said, I think now is a good place to put in a cut. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Do let me know what you think about our war here against the Babylonians. It's already pretty strong going, I think. But we are going to see whether they're going to have some more forces that they're going to bring in. I'm kind of worried about their pikemen here, because they are probably the strongest units that we have been facing. And still a lot of our groups here are cavalry based. We only have 2 real infantry groups. One over here and one over here. So we'll really need to reconsider those. And I'm very excited to see how good they will loot, because that's going to be the first time that they're actually going to try to do that. So, very eager to see that. Hope you enjoyed. Do leave a like, and I hope to see you around next time. Bye bye.